If you are fed up with constantly playing stroke play golf, well, here are 5 different ways that you can play that hopefully make it more enjoyable. So first up is match play. Now I'm sure many of you know what match play is. If you've watched the Ryder Cup recently, then that's the format that they play in that. But what many people don't realise is you can actually play match play when you're playing on your own. Normally you do it if you're up against someone else. So if you're up against someone and you win the hole, you go 1 up. If you lose the hole, you go 1 down. But if you're playing on your own, you can do it where if you get a birdie, you go 1 up. And if you get a bogey, you go 1 down. And you can adjust it based on how good at golf you are. So if you're a higher handicap golfer, you can flip it so that if you get a par, you go 1 up. And if you get a double bogey, you go 1 down. So I hit a great tee shot there. I've only got a short chip onto the green now, so hopefully I can get it close and give myself a chance of going 1 up. Okay, so it didn't go as close as I initially thought, but I still got quite a good opportunity here to get a birdie and hopefully go 1 up. Turn, 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 turn. Oh! So that was a par. Unfortunately, it was a really good opportunity to get a birdie there, but that means I remain all square if I was to continue this on for the rest of my round. I think the beauty of this format was I didn't feel any pressure at any point in that hole. You know, I think if I was playing stroke play on the tee there, I would have felt a lot more nervous and thinking, God, I need to make sure this tee shot goes in play. But because I'm playing match play, it doesn't really matter. If I messed up, it's only 1 hole that it impacts. So yeah, match play golf, really fun format to play with other people and on your own. Give it a go and let me know how you get on. The second format to play is Stableford. Now Stableford is quite a well-known format and it's got quite a cool backstory. So Dr. Frank Stableford, whilst playing at Wallasey Golf Club, had a shocker on the first hole, but he didn't want to let that ruin his round. So he invented a new scoring system known as Stableford. Essentially, the easiest way to describe this is that you can get points based on what you score in each hole. So the easiest way of interpreting this is that if you get a birdie, you get 3 points. If you get a par, you get 2 points. And if you get a bogey, you get 1 point. And you can adjust this based upon your handicap. So on the most difficult holes, you can adjust that. So if you get a birdie, you get 4 points, and so on and so forth. So it's a really great format to try because it doesn't matter if you do really badly on a hole, you're just not going to get any points on that hole. But if you play really well, the reward is that you get a lot of points. So my tee shot went quite far right and I can't find it, so I'm going to take a drop. This is going to be my 3rd shot, so I've still got a chance to get it up on the green, at least make a par or a bogey and still get a point. Don't forget to rake your bunkers. So I've messed up on this hole a little bit. I've got this now. I have to chip it in to get a point. Let's see how I get on. Go, go, go. Oh, almost. But hey, wasn't meant to be. So I haven't got anything on that hole, but it's all right. I can make on the next hole if I want to. So that's Stableford, a really fun format to play, whether you're playing on your own or in a group. It's a really good way to make sure that no matter what hole you're on, you've still got a chance at getting points. And if you're playing against other people, beating them in the long run. Doesn't matter whether you're better or worse than them, you've still got a chance when you play Stableford. So next up is Scramble. Now most people associate playing in a scramble with other players. Usually if you're in a group of 2, 3 or 4 of you, you can all play the same shot off the tee, whichever one's best, you pick that shot to play from and you keep it going. And it's a good way of playing together as a team and hopefully getting a good score. But also you can play a scramble on your own. What I do is associate whatever the par is for that hole for as many shots as you can hit. So for example, this hole that I'm on now is a par 4, meaning that every shot I have 4 attempts. I don't have to hit 4 shots every time. I can play as many as I want, but once I get one that I'm happy with, that's one I'm going to select. So that tee shot was a lot better. It's gone right near the green as well. So I'm going to give one more go with the driver, see if I get it closer. If I don't, I'm going to go with that one. Nope. That was horrendous. So this is where my second shot ended up. I've only got probably 60 yards to the pin, and I've got 4 opportunities to get it as close as I can. Oh, that's a bit left. Yeah, a bit left to target. Let's give this another one. That's a better line. Oh, sit. Yes. Well, that's right next to the hole. So, gonna go with that one. So there we are, a birdie 3. Scramble is one of the best formats you can play. If you're playing with other players, it's so much fun, but doing it on your own as well is very fun too. So give Scramble a go. So this next one isn't necessarily a new format, just a bit of a tweak based upon your handicap. So what you do, instead of playing just normal stroke play, at the start of the hole, you see what the stroke index is of that hole. And if your handicap is higher than what that index is, you can have an extra 2 on that hole. For example, the hole that I'm playing now is the hardest hole on the course, and it can be quite intimidating stood on the tee box knowing that this is the hardest hole. If you mess up a tee shot or if you mess up an approach shot, you're going to be in trouble. So instead, because it is the hardest hole on the course, my tee shot is 0. It's not even the first shot of this hole because I have taken 1 shot back on this hole. So this is a great example of how this format works. My tee shot did go a little bit right, but I was hoping it would be in the rough here and that I'd find it. But I haven't, which means I'm going to have to take a drop. And normally, I'd be dropping here for 3. But because I've got an extra shot on this hole, once I've taken my drop, that's only going to be my second shot. So I still have a chance at getting on the green in 3, getting on there and putting for 4, which is a great thing compared to normally in stroke play. I'll be all doom and gloom because I know that I've got a very tricky shot left and it's already my 3rd shot. But instead, I'm dropping now for my 2nd. Okay, not the best shot there, it's come way left of the green, but I am pin high, so I've got a bit of a testing chip here over the bunker, but I've got enough space for it to run out, so hopefully I can get it close to the pin. Sit, 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 sit. Aha, perfect. Next to the pin, should just be a tap in now. So yeah, the best thing about this format is that is now going to be for a 4, which is a great thing. Like, if the score wasn't adjusted based upon my handicap, I'd have felt so much more pressure on that chip, on my previous shot, on the tee shot. But now I've got a nice short putt here to get a 4, which is great. It doesn't feel as pressurized as playing normal conventional stroke play. And the final format is one that I've come up with and I'm calling target zones. Now, this is a really cool format because it doesn't matter what you score in each hole. It only matters if you hit the ball in certain areas. So here's how it works. You get a point if you hit the fairway off the tee. You then get another point if you manage to hit it on the green during your approach shot. And you get another point when you're up on the green if you manage to hole it in 1. So the great thing about this format is it doesn't matter if you're getting a birdie or if you're hitting 8 shots on the hole, because it's only 3 different things that actually matter. And if you want to add in more elements or take points away for anything, you can do so. For example, you can try introducing a system where you take a point away if you lose the ball or if your ball goes in a hazard. Equally, you can add more elements. So like I'm playing this par 5 now, if I was going to hit a layup, I can assign a point for if I hit a good layup and I get that into the fairway. So there are many different ways that you can add elements to this game. So as you've just seen, I've hit a really good tee shot there. I've managed to land in the fairway and I've got about 220 yards to the green. I could lay up, but it's very enticing. I've never really been in this position on that hole where I've got a chance to go for the green. So I'm going to go for it. If I manage to get there, that'll be phenomenal. But yeah, 1 point secured because I'm in the fairway. So unfortunately, I didn't hit the green. It was always going to be difficult to get the green from there, but it doesn't really matter because it's only 1 point that I've missed out on. I still have a chance now to get it onto the green, close to the pin, and hopefully hole it in 1 putt, which means I'll get another point. So here we are on the green, got a good opportunity here of getting it in 1, which will mean another point. It breaks a little bit right to left, so let's see if I can hold it. Oh, left it short, so it won't be another point, but I managed to get the drive in the middle of the fairway, so I've got 1 point out of a maximum of 3, which pretty good. So there we are, guys. Those are 5 different ways that you can play golf. Hopefully 5 ways that you can get more enjoyment out of playing golf. At the end of the day, we're all going to have good rounds, we're all going to play good holes, and we're going to play bad holes as well. So hopefully these different formats allow you to keep playing and get the most out of your round, even if you have a few bad holes in there. Let me know in the comments if you try any of these and how you get on, and also let me know, are there any other formats that you play that you would recommend for others? If you have enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I shall see you in the next one. Cheers.